Hi guys, my name is Jess Cahill. I am your pure registered dietitian nutritionist, and I'm also a certified strength and conditioning coach. Bringing to you a special topic today, and that is boosting your immune system. So, we're going to talk about a few things, some of them being stuff you might already be doing. I just want you to understand the importance of doing them every day. And another thing we're going to talk about is how to fine tune your diet to make sure you're getting everything you need during this really difficult time so that we can avoid any illnesses that are floating around. So, first things first, if you're a big fan of Pure, I'm sure you're exercising. We need to make sure we are exercising daily. It doesn't always have to be something intense, but you want to make sure that you are getting your heart rate up and you are sweating a little bit. So, it can be a nice walk, it can be some yoga, and also minding your mind. So, making sure you're warming up, cooling down, letting your brain really be a part of that exercise. The reason for this daily exercise is we are letting our blood flow. So you're getting that blood pumping through your heart, lungs, different organs that are able to pull junk out of our blood, and our urine, get it into your urine, get it into your sweat, get it into that air that we're breathing out of our lungs. So we're getting all the bad stuff out. And another important thing about exercise is it helps you sleep. And sleep is when your body is able to rebuild, recover, restore. All that little damage that we do during the day, we're able to repair that during our sleep. So we want to aim for 8 or more hours of sleep, okay? A lot of us are homebound right now, so don't be afraid to take a midday nap. Maybe you get up, you get your workout in, you do your work for the day, you take an afternoon walk, do your another little exercise, and then you take a nap and you finish some work for the day. You have a few nice meals in there. There's no reason we can't take advantage of this major lifestyle change. All right, so we're exercising, we're sleeping well. Hydration is a big part of this. When we're sweating, when we're moving our body, we need to fill up with fluids. I'm a huge fan of adding in things besides water. I personally don't love the taste of water, so maybe you're adding a little citrus, maybe you're adding a little fresh juice, maybe you're adding some bone broth or herbal tea into your rotation. I also love kombucha. It has some healthy probiotics there to help support your immune system and your digestive health. So it doesn't have to be just water. It can be green tea or coffee if you want some caffeine in there. Just make sure you're getting your minimum requirements on your normal days, and then you're exceeding those requirements on days where you're very active or you're out in the heat. And it's easy to go online. You could just Google a fluid calculator and plug in either your weight in ounces or your weight in kilograms or pounds, and it'll give you how many ounces or liters that you need in a day. Okay? So, exercise, sleep, hydration. Next big thing, fasting. So, I'm not going out and telling you you have to start some kind of intermittent fasting routine. But when you're sleeping, your body is repairing, right? So, we want to make sure that we stop eating at least an hour, ideally 2 hours before we go to bed, and that we give ourselves that 12-hour window for our body to focus on repairing, okay? If we go to bed after a heavy meal or even with something too close to sleep time, even if it's something light, our body works really hard when it's digesting. So when it's digesting, all this blood is pulled to our stomach and it's working on breaking down that food and moving it places. We don't want that. We want the body to be focused on repairing your brain, storing memories, repairing your muscle, really working on doing all the magical things it does while we are sleeping. So you wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, you spring out of bed, and you're ready to start the next beautiful day, okay? So exercise, hydration, sleep, fasting, and let's get to what we are eating when we're awake. So the biggest and most important thing I have for you guys, and this is no surprise, is getting in your vegetables, okay? I know this is boring, but if you want to boost your immune system, you need to double down on your veggies, okay? I'm talking about green leafy veggies, orange veggies, cruciferous veggies, so cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, cabbages, all of the fun stuff you can put in a salad, peppers, onions, tomatoes, You really can't go wrong. Just make sure you're getting a variety of color and you're eating 7 servings a day. Okay. Now, I know this isn't going to happen every day, but that is your daily goal. Okay. And then we want to get in fruit on top of that. So we want our fruit to come from a variety as well. Mix and match your colors. You can chop up strawberries, mix them with some blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, and have that as a snack. That can be your sweet. You can cut up pineapple and throw that in the blender with some banana and coconut milk and make yourself like a nice morning smoothie. Just be mindful of those fruit servings. A lot of people tend to overdo it. And we want to make sure that if you are having multiple servings of fruit throughout the day, you're just balancing those out with a nice protein, okay? So we talked about fruits and veggies. That is by far the most important, and make sure you're getting veggies at every meal and snack, okay? The next thing I'm going to talk about, and it goes along with our vegetables because these are high fiber foods, is your beans, lentils, whole grains, okay? So we want to make sure that we're getting at least 3 servings of a good whole grain, and that can be anything from bulgur, barley, brown rice, lentils, peas, beans. There's a lot of power in these foods, and again, they're packed with fiber. Fiber is helping your digestive system. The insoluble fibers are feeding. They're the prebiotics that feed the probiotics in our gut, and we know now that our gut is the source of our immune system, okay? It gives signals to the brain. It protects our barrier in our intestine that keeps junk from going into our bloodstream. So we want to support our body with high fiber, okay? Along with that, we want to make sure that we're getting nice, small doses of healthy protein sources and add variety here. So this can be eggs, it can be poultry, it can be some grass-fed beef, some really great wild fish. This can also be nuts, seeds, any of those vegan, vegetarian sources. All right. We want to add antiviral foods to these recipes. So think garlic, think ginger, turmeric, all the herbs and spices. These are really going to boost up the meal and give your body what it needs to help if you do come in contact with anyone, fight it better, stronger, more quickly, and just really give our body what it needs during this difficult time. All right, so we're boosting our body up with all these great things. Highly recommend making some soups, some salads, prepping stuff in advance so it makes it really easy to get it in throughout the day. All right, and then the last thing I'm going to talk about, since there's so much emotional, physical, environmental stress going on right now, is eliminating the junk in our lives. Okay, so we have all these major changes that are going on. A lot of us are working from home with kids running around at our feet. And the last thing we need to do is be bombarding our body with other negative things. So we want to make sure we're staying away from junk food, fast food, processed foods, things with a lot of artificial flavors, colors, and sweeteners, okay? One of the main reasons is when our body is working hard, the last thing we want to do is add stuff that it has to work on filtering it out, okay? And I'll say that, there's a lot of research out there that shows that artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners have significant negative impacts, especially in children or people with existing chronic illnesses. So it's not serving you, and it certainly isn't supporting a healthy immune system at a time of stress. So I would say work on gradually looking at the labels, things that you usually take in, and evaluating if it has a lot of artificial ingredients and how you can remove those things gradually, okay? The last thing I'm going to say, actually I have 2 more things. So the second to last thing I'm going to say is if eating healthy and doing these things is stressful, sometimes it's not worth it to start all these things or continue all these things or tackle all these things at one time. So if you're already exercising and you're hydrating and you're sleeping well and it seems crazy overwhelming to change your diet right now, then don't worry about making big changes. Just make little changes and be mindful, eat the right portions, and do what you're doing, because the added stress really does outweigh the benefits, okay? If you're eating healthy and you're really struggling to get exercise in right now, maybe you can't go outside and go for a jog and you're really bummed the gym is closed. That's okay too. You just have to take it in stride, do what you can do, and make sure that you're just putting that effort in and finding ways and reaching out to your resources at Pure to find things you can do every day. If you have trouble sleeping, there are amazing apps out there that help wind you down. And some are meditation, some are just sounds, but really teach you how to get back in tune with your body. And maybe you just set your clock a little 15 minutes earlier. You go to bed each night until you have a good, nice time to go to sleep. We're home and there's screens everywhere, so do yourself a favor and get a few good personal growth books. Whatever area that I talked about that you need to work on, you could definitely find a book for that area, whether it's on your Kindle or a paperback book, and turn the TV off, turn the video games off, and start reading a book that's going to help you grow and come out of this pandemic as a stronger, healthier, happier person that is really a light able to support those around you that are hurting and healing. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to say is we have gone virtual. So we have closed our offices and we are solely doing telehealth right now. Healthcare providers have made a huge push to provide people who normally wouldn't have telehealth coverage with that opportunity to keep them safe and to keep us safe. So please check your benefits, call your insurance company, and find out what your telehealth coverage is. If you need the information on how to do that, please let me know. I will share that easily. I have a document already handed out, and all you do is call the number on the back of your card, verify your name and date of birth, and then ask them a few questions, and very quickly you will know how many visits you're covered for, if there's any cost to you, and what the restrictions are. So some people are required to do it via video, other people have the freedom to do it on video or phone, for example. But we could sit down and talk about how to tackle some of these things for you personally, what barricades you're coming up against, and if you just have any concerns, fears, stressors that are going on right now, I can help you sort out which ones are most important to get started with and what things can kind of wait. Okay, everybody be safe, be strong, be healthy. Feel free to call, text, email. If you have any questions or concerns, I am at successbylifestyle@gmail. We are successbylifestyle.com. My phone number is 856-912-2295. And I hope everybody has a happy, healthy day.